Emotions running wild in a dystopia that's supposed to lack all emotion. Kristen Stewart and Nicholas Hoult star in Equals.
And something for the fanboys and girls out there in superhero land, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Here's VOD starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Here is VOD, where we help you sort through the new releases available on demand. I'm Haley Wilkes.
And I'm Daniel Feingold. Like we mentioned, we've got Equals and Batman v Superman coming up. We have some other genres to get to as well this week. We'll begin with the biopic Miles Ahead.
Directed by and starring Don Cheadle, this focuses on the life of Miles Davis.
If you're gonna tell a story, come with some attitude, man.
Miles Davis. My name's Dave Braden, Rolling Stone magazine. I'm here to do your comeback story.
Okay, move back a little bit. Yeah. Don't send people to my house.
You have new material.
My material. My session tape.
You're under contract here. We actually own that tape.
Miles! You own? How much money you got on you? Okay, you about 19,000 light, but that's a start. I moved to New York, met some cats, made some music.
Studied piano too, huh?
Nah, just woke up black, knew how to play.
You're black?
The music don't move on in this dead music. It's all about improvisation. Francis, I'm gonna send a plane to pick you up. I need you. I love you. Somebody stole my tape.
What?
You call him right now, tell him you coming over.
Can't take y'all over there, man. He'll kill me.
You don't do what I say, I'm gonna kill you. It takes a long time to be able to play like yourself.
I gave up everything for you, Miles. I deserve better than this.
Hey, hold it, buddy, hold it. Do you have a ticket?
You're looking at it.
More so than the material, critics were wowed by Cheadle's performance, even if they didn't particularly like the film. Detroit News says his performance is towering, and the movie can't keep up with it.
Meanwhile, critics who did give the movie a nod of approval credited Cheadle's effort and commitment to portraying Miles Davis, with the Philadelphia Inquirer saying it's shape-shifting, soul-bearing work.
That's in the forte scene.
Yeah,
We're coming
that's
in.
right.
So,
That's right, and I wanted to sting it, hit it.
Yeah.
And really take it off. Then they got a glissando. Oh, yeah, man. Y'all listening to them? This is how this supposed to sound.
I'm gonna hold that over the next measure.
Hold that over the measure. Yeah, and then let it resolve.
Then a groove.
Yeah, let it groove. We should get him back in.
Let's do it.
Let's get him back in.
Thanks, man.
It's remarkable. I actually went and looked up just an interview with Miles Davis. It's remarkable how closely his voice sounds. It sounded like when I was watching the Miles Davis video, it sounded like Don Cheadle doing Miles Davis.
Yeah. That's how you know when it's good.
So as for that, he's got that down.
Yeah, true.
As for the rest of the movie, well, to be seen.
Well, I mean, as long as I think it's a little bit of a saving grace when you have the star doing such a good portrayal in a biopic. That helps a lot. But when focusing on the material, the reviews were not so glowing. A couple of the more critical ones are from the New York Post, which called Miles Ahead an unfocused disappointment, and the Seattle Times, which called it silly.
Others thought it was hit or miss, but the overwhelming sentiment is that Cheadle's performance elevates the movie. It's worthy of a recommendation from us.
Here is VOD gives Miles Ahead 3 out of 5 stars. You can find it now on demand.
Hollywood just can't seem to get enough of dystopian films these days.
Equals is another entry into that genre, set in a world where crime no longer exists, thanks to genetically eliminating all human emotion.
This is a message from the collective. Are you overly tired or experiencing increased sensitivity? Remember, physical contact or displays of feeling are a danger to all of us. Let's do our part to help contain this disease.
Did anybody see that?
Anyone recognize it?
That's her first jumper in a while.
watching you. The way you look at the world, the way you experience things, it's different.
This has to stop. If it continues, I'll be forced to report you.
I can't stay away from you. I can't not be around you.
You don't realize what would happen if anyone says. It can't happen. You know that.
Do not risk your job. Do not risk your life.
All I need is to remember how it was to feel alive.
I was told to keep an eye on you. Is there something you want to tell me?
He knows.
What are we gonna do?
Seriously considering this.
If we stay here, we'll be found out.
If you make this decision, there's no turning back.
You know, if you were, the obvious joke here is that if you were to do a movie without emotion, Kristen Stewart would be the actress to go to.
Bill. Yeah.
No, it's the obvious joke, like I said. I do really like Kristen Stewart, and I like Nicholas Hoult as well, so I would be interested in seeing this, absolutely.
But she has that expression that can really go emotionless.
Yes, she can be very emotionless when she needs to. But I think she's an underrated actress. I think she gets a lot of flack for that's unfair.
Okay.
Reviews definitely lean negative for Equals. While many critics agreed this was a solid attempt, the movie has nothing new to offer. The Telegraph says it already feels like a footnote in the genre. Richard Roper says everything feels predictable.
Many, though, did praise the director for the visual world he created, as well as the relationship portrayed between Kristen Stewart and Nicholas Hoult. RogerEbert.com calls this a heartfelt film, but lacking a vision. And that's a pretty fair summary of what critics had to say about this one across the board.
We gave Equals 2 stars. If you're a fan of these futuristic utopia, dystopia films, it may be a good choice. And obviously, there are a lot of fans of that genre.
There are,
yes.
Especially the tweens and the teens.
Yes.
Well, in The Perfect Match, we have another love story. Just replace the drama with comedy.
The setup is familiar here. A guy who doesn't want to be tied down falls for girl, then realizes being tied down actually may be exactly what he wants. Men, we're just so obvious.
True.
What is your deal breaker in a relationship?
I don't do relationships, so I don't really have a deal breaker.
Your life is whack.
It's not whack.
My little brother.
Your heart is frozen because of your emotional immaturity.
I'm not that shallow. I'm an agent. I get a piece of all the action.
My advisor says that I can't engage in any negative facial expressions. So Karen does that for me now.
French Montana.
Before you sign me up, though, I gotta make sure your swag is right. No, you ain't got it.
You ain't gotta worry about nothing. Look, you've been dreaming about being with Ginger since we were kids. You've been dreaming about having little Rickies running around.
150 million! My sperm count's high and Robert Downey Jr.'s not worth.
And I've been dreaming about making money, driving a fast car, and hooking up with models.
Why are we friends with him?
Because he's the best hoe we ever met in our life.
Take us on a bet. You date a woman till Vic's wedding and see if you get attached.
So you've never been in a long-term relationship?
No. You?
I've never been in a short relationship. I want to try something new.
The sex is amazing. She's cool. You remember how you felt at the end of the Notebook?
Dude, I really
like that No, man. Come on, guys.
This rom-com wasn't a hit, but it also wasn't a bust with reviewers. While acknowledging that it's conventional, both Variety and the New York Times did like the cast.
Entertainment Weekly echoed the conventional note, calling The Perfect Match cookie cutter. RogerEbert.com also called it predictable, but added that there is, quote, a welcome layer of complexity.
So basically, if you like your typical rom-com formula, this seems like a pretty safe bet. We'll give it 2 stars. And yeah, I would say it's for anyone who likes these movies.
Sometimes they're easy. You just want something that's easy to
very
watch,
light.
like on a Friday night. So, okay. Well, still to come, the latest entry in the Cities of Love romantic comedy series. This one is set in Rio de Janeiro.
But straight ahead, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better reader.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, I have an important message. You may be entitled to receive disability benefits through Social Security. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals and hearings. Best of all, there are no upfront fees, so you pay nothing until you receive your benefits.
Call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
A message from the Pulaski Law Firm. You started there right out of high school, learned your trade and did it well. And the asbestos you handled, well, that was just part of the job. If you worked in the trades and were diagnosed with mesothelioma, get the best care available, then call us. You may be entitled to financial compensation without ever going to court.
Call 800-236-4994
and see how we can help. Mesothelioma, don't fight it alone.
So who's keeping Superman in check? Well, nobody really, and that's troublesome for Bruce Wayne as he watches the events of Man of Steel unfold.
Now, in the sequel, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, it's the caped heroes pitted against one another with that rabble-rousing Lex Luthor in the mix.
Civil liberties are being trampled on in your city. People living in fear. He thinks he's above the law.
The Daily Planet criticizing those who think they're above the law is a little hypocritical. What'd you say? Considering every time your hero saves a cat out of a tree, you read a puff-piece editorial about an alien who could burn the whole place down.
Boys! Bruce Wayne meets Clark Kent. I love it. I love bringing people together. How are we?
Lex.
Hi, hello, Lex. It is a pleasure. Ow! Wow, that is a good grip. You should not pick a fight with this person. You know the oldest lie in America, Senator? That power can be innocent.
You're gonna go to war. He's the one that brought the war to us.
You know you can't win this. It's suicide.
The greatest gladiator match in the history of the world. Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham.
You're psychotic.
That is a three-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds.
It's time you learn what it means to be a man.
Stay down! If I wanted it, you'd be dead already.
If man won't kill God, the devil will do it.
What have you done?
She with you?
I thought she was with you.
The opportunity here could not be more epic. It's Batman and Superman sharing the big screen.
That's high risk, high reward, and while the setup and basic foundation of the movie is sound, critics found the execution from director Zack Snyder leaving a lot to be desired. Too much whiny exposition and not enough fun.
Jesus, Alfred, count the dead. Thousands of people. What's next? Millions. He has the power to wipe out the entire human race, and if we believe there's even a 1% chance that he is our enemy, we have to take it as an absolute certainty. And we have to destroy him. But he is not our enemy. Not today. 20 years in Gotham, Alfred. We've seen what promises are worth.
Just a lot of whininess.
Yeah.
It's just too much talking, not enough fun, and Ben Affleck, not the problem in the movie. A lot of people were skeptical about him being
They were very skeptical.
He was fine. The movie let him down. So just to make that clear, at least my opinion.
It did not live up to expectations. Yes. All angst and no adventure, says the New York Daily News, and insanely long and convoluted, says the San Francisco Chronicle. Those are just two reviews, but several critics shared in the sentiment that Batman v Superman was just flat out unenjoyable.
It, of course, isn't all bad for Dawn of Justice. Richard Roper of the Chicago Sun-Times, Rolling Stone, USA Today, Variety, and the Associated Press all did endorse the movie. Roper notes that even when it's not on its A game, it's still visually stunning, and USA Today thinks it'll please genre fans, especially the ones waiting to see Wonder Woman featured in a movie.
Well, we're going to go with 2 out of 5 stars. If you missed Dawn of Justice in the theaters or you just want to check it out again, it is available on demand.
Well, another movie with Jesse Eisenberg is Straight Ahead.
This one is much different, and spoiler alert, it has better reviews. A look at Louder Than Bombs on the other side of the break.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers, high rate and high pay, never leave you alone.
Debt is really sucking the life out of them. He's picking up the phone.
Oh, no, not consolidated credit.
With one call, they can lower their credit card rates.
And consolidate their bills into one low payment.
They'll pay off their debt in no time.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
Because debt sucks.
Call 800-201-0230. That's 800-201-0230. Call now.
Using baby powder or talc may lead to ovarian cancer. $72 million was awarded in a recent talc lawsuit after lawyers found secret internal documents showing that the baby powder manufacturer knew about the link between talcum powder and ovarian cancer for decades, but never told the public. If you were diagnosed with ovarian cancer after using talcum powder on a regular basis, you may qualify for a cash award. Call 800-793-6621. 800-793-6621.
Are you one of the many Americans who undergo CPAP or BiPAP therapy? How often are you replacing your masks and hoses? Replacing your CPAP or BiPAP supplies every 3 to 6 months is critical to an effective therapy. Bacteria will build up, making you sick, and worn-out straps cause leaks and are just plain uncomfortable. Let Allied Medical Supply Network help. Call Allied Medical to speak to an expert agent that will determine which supplies you need and will set up a schedule for your fresh, brand-name supplies to be delivered right to your door, right when you need them. Shipping's absolutely free, and you may qualify to receive supplies at little or no cost to you. That's right, there's no driving around town or remembering when to order. Call Allied Medical Supply Network today and rest easy.
Call 800-601-0658. That's 800-601-0658.
An indie drama about a fractured family starring Jesse Eisenberg. Shocker.
I know, something different, right? Well, the puzzle pieces come together for Louder Than Bombs, in which a family tries coping with the loss of its matriarch, a famed war photographer.
If you ever think about Mom, if you ever think about the car accident,
why?
They know what really happened, right? Jonah does. But Conrad, well, he was 12. Hey, it's me. So what are you doing?
I'm with Kenneth and some others.
Okay.
he's not doing that well. I don't think you should tell him.
Don't you think he deserves to know the truth?
The truth? What is the truth? There's no story in a car accident. So people have to make one up. They have to invent something so that they have something to blame.
It's our life. It's our family's life.
I'm okay.
More positive than negative for Louder Than Bombs, though the differing reviews are very different.
On one hand, you have critics like the San Diego Reader and Philadelphia Inquirer calling attention to issues with developing the characters. The Reader says they're not even people, just instruments for dialogue.
Then you have the reviewers praising how powerful the film is and delving into themes of family, life, and death. The Minneapolis Star-Tribune calls it a perfect exploration, while the Wall Street Journal says it's a family drama of extraordinary beauty.
Like we said, the pros do outweigh the cons.
It's a 3 out of 5-star rating for Louder Than Bombs From Us. And yeah, Jesse Eisenberg, another actor who I am a big fan of, so I would probably give this one a try.
Yeah.
Just because of Jesse Eisenberg.
And just because if you kind of crave that drama and like they said, you know, the family that hits home for so many people. I mean, it's universal. So I think if you tap into that, you have a strength there.
Absolutely.
Our next movie this week is another heavy hitter. It's called Bridge End.
It follows a father and daughter who move to a village in Wales that's haunted by suicides.
Why have we lost another vibrant young man who had the whole of his life ahead of him? Why are the youngsters so troubled in our community?
This is for the past 6 months, and when they were found in the forest. Mark was number 23.
Are you the copper's daughter?
Yeah.
Who are these? Kids from the valley.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
I'm Jamie.
Sarah, come on, come in!
Just want to know who you hang out with, that's all.
My friends, Dad.
Don't worry. Do you know everyone who killed themselves?
Most of them.
Why do you think they did it?
Keep ourselves to ourselves around here.
And no one leaves town.
And that's when things start going off the rails. Bridge End received mixed reviews, generally more positive though.
You saw the trailer, said that it's based on true events. It's referring to a string of suicides in that part of Wales. The Hollywood Reporter says Bridge End is a textbook example of how not to take real headlines and put them on the big screen.
The New York Times was among those to praise the movie, appreciating the acting, cinematography, and score. The same review also notes this will be a must-see for some, while others will hate it.
So take that for what it's worth. We don't know where you will fall in that, but we give Bridge End 3 out of 5 stars, and you can find it on demand now. And we delve more into the comedy and the romance genres with our next movie.
Interesting timing. It's called Rio, I Love You. That's coming up next.
Attention breast cancer survivors. If you experience permanent hair loss or baldness after chemotherapy, you may qualify for a cash award. Thousands of women suffering breast cancer were given a chemotherapy drug without being warned about the possibility of irreversible alopecia. If you or a loved one suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy, call 888-622-8732. Time to file a claim is limited. 888-622-8732. That's 888-622-8732.
Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? Hi, I'm George Foreman. People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can provide patent referrals and submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-890-1946. That's 1-800-890-1946.
Hi, I'm Dylan Radigan. The world is brimming with possibilities. And that keeps me busy. My latest invention may be able to feed and sustain communities around the world. My team and I are always on the go, meeting new people and seeing new places. I produce films that I really care about. It's an honor to speak to audiences around the world. When people come together, meaningful work gets done. How do I do all this? Well, that part's easy. Hotelplanner.com.
If Rio, I Love You sounds like a familiar kind of title, that's because this is the third installment in the Cities of Love series.
The first two were New York, I Love You, and Paris, Je t'aime. Similar to those, Rio, I Love You features a collection of short films from 10 different directors.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rio de Janeiro.
Welcome to Rio, the most exciting city in the world.
What is love, Felicia?
Go. Find your answer.
Eu lembro que me apaixonei. I know what it is to have my heart broken. Real love. Where does it come from? What do we do? Whatever we have to do.
Oh, Justin Bieber!
Drive! Get out of here! Drive!
What happened?
Everything.
Each one of the movies in this series has had a solid ensemble cast. Vincent Cassel, Harvey Keitel, and John Turturro are among the familiar names in this one.
But their presence was far from enough to salvage Rio, I Love You. The Hollywood Reporter says the only ones who will love this are those working for Rio's Tourism Bureau. The New York Times agreed, saying tourism is all the movie has to sell.
Yeah, that's not very good, and it doesn't get much better from there. The San Francisco Chronicle felt that trying to cram 10 stories into one movie was overboard, while the Washington Post just simply thought those 10 stories weren't any good.
So here is VOD is giving Rio, I Love You 2 out of 5 stars. We could actually go lower, but if you're a fan of the first two, you may enjoy this one. And with the Rio Olympics, it's timely.
Don't say we didn't warn you, though.
That's true.
And those are this week's movies. Here's a quick recap. We gave Equals, The Perfect Match, Batman v Superman, and I Love You, Rio all 2 stars.
And the rest are 3-star ratings. The biopic Miles Ahead, along with the pair of dramas Louder Than Bombs and Bridget. And remember, you can check out all of these selections as well as many others on our website. Here is VOD.com.